Welcome back to Crit Couch. I'm Michael.
And I'm Skyler, and welcome back to the game where everybody is sexy as hell.
Everybody can get it.
Especially Alucard.
Alucard, yeah, that succubus she was doing a succubus thing.
Succubus things.
I did not realize this until we were just watching back through to just check on just where we had left off, but she was not wearing pants. She was literally just wearing her go-go boots.
Mm-hmm. Yep. She was tits out, badge out. Really aerating the whole space there.
Just want to keep things dry.
And she was posing as your mother.
Don't want to get too swampy.
Too swampy. Well, don't sit in any leather seats then.
And we grew up in Houston. Everything is swampy.
Yeah. Whoa, what?
Yeah, remember we had the jump boots that we got?
I really didn't.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
So, also in the pause menu, it had a thing about rooms you visited.
Yeah, so...
Whoa, it's gone up by 7.
Well, that's because if you,
Oh, is every little square
I think every
room?
block is counted as a room in the map.
Wow. That's a lot. That really speaks to how big this space is.
Well, sure, let's save again.
We've done so much.
It was a long journey. We fell a long way, took 0 damage. So we are entering the underground caverns portion of this area, and there's going to be a little going back and forth I'm going to have to remember because as is
Customary. Oh, we're breaking the ground.
Frozen shade, as is customary with vampires. Alucard is actually weak to water.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
That actually comes up in this game?
Yup.
That's just a snake, bro.
That's a skilla worm.
It looks kind of like an eel.
You did this with the Gleeok in Zelda 2, and oh god.
So that water hurts you, huh?
Yeah, your feet are fine.
But if you submerge, yeah.
Yep.
Ow, 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 ow. Alucard, where's that half-human part? Come on, man. You gotta leverage that from time to time.
He didn't get the good half-human part.
He's like he got all the worst parts.
I still have to wear sunblock and wetsuits to go to the beach. It fucking sucks.
And pay taxes, and this is a lot. That's a lot of things in one.
Yeah, and a lot of knock me all the way back. Okay, so we're just gonna...
This is working. So we left off talking about there being multiple endings to this game.
Yeah.
And you actually shared something with me outside that, even when we get to the ending of the game, there's going to be a more game.
Yeah, well, so that's part of where the whole multiple endings thing plays in, and I don't know how much of that you want me to share with you right here.
Not
versus
too much, but yeah, just so people know, we're in for the long haul.
The crystal cloak.
The crystal cloak, though.
Enchanted semi-invisible cloak. It actually gives us more defense, so it's not as cool as the other cloak, but it has a weird seizure lining.
Yeah, holy shit, what?
And when you...
oh, you can kind of see through it.
Well, yeah, and when you hold it up on yourself, on a background, it takes on the appearance of the background, so it's basically like a predator cloak.
Like a predator cloak.
It's a predator cloak.
Did you see Prey?
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, it was. Damn, I really enjoyed that. I was like, give me more period piece Predator movies. That shit was awesome. Ooh, what we got here?
A scimitar.
Scimitar.
Which I don't know if it's better or it is not better.
Oh boy, a scimitar.
Yeah, finding weapon upgrade. We talked about this a little bit, but weapon upgrades in this game are a little goofy because it is open. You mentioned this maybe a couple of episodes back about how the Souls games, feel a lot like a Castlevania game, and that's actually, I remember at the time, that was kind of a big comment around a lot of, like when Dark Souls specifically came out and started getting big. It still sort of existed in the Demon Souls era, but because Demon Souls wasn't as widely recognized, you didn't see it as much. But a lot of people did say that Dark Souls felt like what an actual 3D Castlevania should feel like, which is interesting on a couple levels because, like, from a gameplay perspective, Castlevanias move much, much faster, right? Because, oh, this is funny. Little, one of those little, like, areas of environmental interaction.
Oh my god, they're like freaking out. Are they vampires too? Yep.
We're just skeletons, but apparently we don't deal well with water.
It's like whatever, because they don't have ligaments, so whatever necromantic energy is holding their wily ass bones together. It's like it's like, like when you put super glue in water and it starts to kind of come apart.
There's the necromantic versions of the aliens from Signs.
The dumbest aliens ever. The aliens from Signs and War of the Worlds.
What asshole necromancer made their key weakness water?
Yeah. Can you not go down?
No, you cannot. This is not a. You probably think I can drop down because of traditional Castlevania or platformer down B.
Yeah.
Drop downs. That area you have to access from another direction.
They don't have fleamen down here, but they got frogs.
They got frogs.
Who knew a frog would be your biggest competitor? So would you die quicker now? If you're fully submerged, do you die?
Yeah, and there was actually a current in there.
That's right. You can stick onto the fucking roof. Oh, thanks, bud.
Something appeared near the wooden bridge. No shit.
Yeah, it was a skeleton ape.
You talking about the skeleton ape that just tried to blow me up?
Herald shield.
With a hot crest.
What's that look like?
Ooh, it's got a little tiny heart right there.
Pink.
I'm so happy.
It's like somebody gave a little kiss.
Let's see.
What were you trying to do there? Oh.
Okay. I'm a bat.
I absolutely forgot you could turn into a bat.
Bleh. I'm a bat.
Bleh. Bat.
These are hilarious. Secret boots.
Okay.
Completely meaningless nonsense. Discreetly increases height. It does. Like, let me see if I can find out. It's hard to see sometimes because of like the frame of reference.
What do you just put on heels?
Yeah, you gain like let's see.
Okay, yeah, that's good because you can see the little stalactite.
He's taller.
Yeah, it's just wow. It's just so hard to tell. It's just very little.
I mean, it says discreet.
Yeah, take him off.
You actually got to see him scale down there.
Yeah, that's why I was saying get him next to something right above his head.
Well, I don't know if you caught it, but it actually showed the sprite scale down loading there.
What? The designers were just having fun with this game, huh?
There is definitely a big piece of that. Yeah, we kind of talked about that in the episode where we talked about them just like goofing with the Alucard gear, which I mentioned this in the actual description of that gear. But
welcome to V-Mart. Be sure to return your Alucards to their rightful space when you're done using them.
Where does that take us?
To hell. Or Hades. Oh, you look like someone.
I'll take you to a place which might be interesting for you.
Voldemort?
Well, he's actually voiced, but I'm still saying shit anyway.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
So our volume is a little low.
Well, in the room it's low, yeah. His voice is also just kind of raspy.
Got it. Wow! Careful with the water there, man. It's a bad time for me. Can you come back through here without him? Never mind. I thought that was like a platform. But
well, once you get the ability to traverse water freely, it really doesn't matter. Like, you can just jump. There's actually stuff down there that you can, like, grab.
I take it that's what we're working on getting right now.
I think so.
Is that it right there?
Yes, I believe that is in fact it.
It was the merman statue.
No, that's not it. That does something else.
Yeah.
Or
You just have to turn it on.
no, that summons the oarsman, which I know seems redundant. However, that ice passage that we opened earlier, there's another pathway through there.
I love that it actually speeds up when he like pushes the ore.
Yeah.
God, I am genuinely impressed with this game, like, because this was PlayStation 1.
Yeah. I mean, there's a reason that this game had the impact that it did on the design of Metroidvanias, and like, I mean, so some of
Keep
it is
seeing little pieces of the background through your cloak. It's
yeah.
cool.
Well, and like, some of it was incidental or last minute. Like, one of the things about the
Who cares about your crystal?
the familiars, like the familiars were very last minute, if I remember right from the interviews I've read. So like, they're not as fully realized in some ways as they could be.
Sure.
All right, there's actually a passage back here too.
A passage behind a waterfall. Gaming win. Every time there's not a passage behind a waterfall, I cry. That happens so much lately in so many games. It's like big waterfall. Like sometimes even waterfalls that look like they should have something.
Don't.
You could just keep doing this.
Yep, as long as you can maintain the down, up, jump button combo, you can keep chaining it.
And it's a lot faster than being a bat.
And it's less of a magic drain, because being a bat drains your magic while you're transformed.
And magic's that.
Oh, right. Okay, so that message where the wooden bridge thing was talking about, like, you know, something has appeared near the bridge.
Yeah, there's going to be one here, too.
Well, yeah, I think if we can bait that ape over here with its barrel.
Donkey Kong physics.
What I don't know is...
If the water kills him.
The water won't kill. The water, that's just foreground. The frog is a prick, and so I don't want to...
Yeah, I hit him by accident. I'd say you're fine here. Just keep going. Get a little closer. A little closer. Okay, thank you, buddy. You are the best.
Yeah, heart max up.
Nice.
Health max up.
Got two of those like back to back.
Okay, so there's two directions we can go from here. I don't remember which way is the right one.
Well,
There's not always a right one and a wrong one. I do know there is...
something under that water.
Yeah. There is an ability or a thing that we need, and let's see, do we have it? Yeah, we have Echo. Cool.
Excuse me. What's the Cube of Zoe again?
I think that's the thing that tells us the damage numbers that we do. No, that's the thing that makes items come out of candlesticks.
Yeah. I say yep, but I didn't know.
Yeah, it's interesting how many like of the just general kind of Castlevania UI pieces, not strictly UI, but some of it is like the damage numbers are a part of or like generated by a relic, and just like general gameplay things like stuff coming out of
it. You know, I wonder if Nier Automata kind of borrowed from that a little bit, because you played Nier Automata, right?
Yeah.
You know how you can like, because you have like almost like a chipset kind of thing.
Yeah, and some of them
are literally like your UI pieces and things, and so if you take them out, you then don't have that UI.
We'll get that later.
Oh. Probably when we can swim.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, it's a good thing he can go behind the foreground, but we certainly can't. Would it just knock you off the ship?
My head just phases through stone. I don't know why.
The boat is a Horcrux.
Freaked the shit out of my mom the first time it happened.
She was trying to kill me with a rock. That's how it... like, oh, whoa, what is it? Yeah, trauma's a bitch.
Yeah, she was trying to give me a concussion, the bitch.
This is all we need. The holy symbol, a snorkel.
That was definitely a snorkel.
It was a snorkel.
Is that alluding to the fact that like Alucard just doesn't know how to swim? Is that really what's going on here?
Much like the rest of the Belmont clan, he has never received swimming lessons.
Oh, do the Belmonts historically not know how to swim?
That is more of a running joke because I think starting with Castlevania 2, maybe but Castlevania 1 had it too. Like all pits were death pits.
Oh.
But that also, like, you know, because aesthetically on the Nintendo and Onyx, aesthetically on the Nintendo,
a great Pokemon,
like pits. Pits were like often also just turned into water, right? Like Mario was the same way. Like certain levels are themed as having water, but like not all of the water levels have swimmable water.
Yeah.
I mean, like Mario 3 absolutely had Knuckle Duster.
Oh, is
it's
another
just
punch
another
again?
punch thing.
Punchy gun is what I just said.
Punch
weapon.
But yeah, Mario 3 is a great example of like there are actual water levels designed to utilize the like the frog suit, but then there's also just death pits.
Mm-hmm. Of water.
But Castlevania historically, like until this game, never had any kind of like water traversal. So water was just always death if you fell into it. So it's kind of this like, okay, y'all are trained to like destroy the most obscene monsters. You know, you're fighting these like weird, like nocturnal horrors and cosmic wild shit, and you can't fucking swim. Like
it's like the most mundane weakness ever.
You can do things with a whip.
Nunchucks.
Yeah, you can do things with a whip that are physically impossible, but you can't be bothered to hire a fucking swimming instructor.
Jeez.
Yeah, these nunchucks are kind of... Are they stronger? They're not stronger. They also lower my defense because they take up two hands. Now, this is a good example,
They
though.
look cool, though.
Yeah, they actually have a... This is probably why they take up two hands, and while their damage looks lower, if it can hit twice, it might. I don't know that this weapon design actually works with the rest of the game design, because I don't know what the invincibility periods... Okay.
Oh, they hit pretty hard, though.
Well, so... Okay, that's what I wasn't sure about. Because there's not really much of a cooldown on how fast enemies can take damage.
Yeah.
Even though they do less damage per individual hit,
damn,
they're worth 2 hits per button press at a faster rate.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, though.
This actually comes into play, and I talked about it a little bit a few episodes ago, but this actually comes into play with... the thing I don't like about it is... I know. Things with projectiles, like these guys. God damn it. The button navigation in this game is not the best.
Yeah. There were a lot of PlayStation 1 games
Yeah.
like that. I mean, hell, even Final Fantasy Tactics had its problems. I think
Yeah.
like, the circle was the confirm button, if I recall.
We talked about that in one episode where that was like a problem between Japan and America's default for accept and cancel.
But we'll talk more. And actually, I tell you what, at the start of next episode, here's a little cliffhanger for you. Have I talked about why I'm scared of murky water and because it was video games?
Not on channel, I think to me you have.
Yeah,
But
okay.
So yeah, we can talk about that next time on Crit Couch.
Cool. Cliffhanger.